Good morning, fellow traders. Bubblehead here, and it's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Friday, November 15th, 2019. And I hope everybody had a great night last night and looking forward to an awesome trading day today. Before we get started, let's review the disclaimer. And of course, this is sponsored by Positive Trends Research. Everything we're going to talk about today is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. Please take a moment to review this disclaimer. All right, let's take a look and see where we're at. So S&P, right, still on the monthly chart, we are moving up, right? Halfway through the month, we are moving up off of the bullish hammer month from October. The weekly chart, green this week, but kind of holding up, maybe putting in a little bit of a bull flaggish type thing up here, but we'll see. We'll see how that holds up. We'll talk about the futures in a moment. The S&P yesterday, pushed below the upward trend line, so let's see if that holds. Again, we have some lower shadows right here. A push below Wednesday's low of 30.7880 could start to see some more downside action. Again, we're starting to get low extended here above the cloud. We may see a little bit of a push eventually back down to it, but we'll see how long they can keep things moving up. Other than that, we're still above the macro channel here. This is our geometric chart where we have our channel and our pitchforks, and so and a little Elliott wave analysis in the background. Right, we have wave 1, 2, 3, or 5. It's possible we're working on a mega expanded flat right here for an ABC. So it's possible that B could go all the way up to the top of the channel, or the top of the pitchfork. But we'll see how the price action is over here over the next couple days at the top of the channel. Okay, so from there, let's take a look at the S&P futures. So as of now, S&P futures are up $6.50. There was a massive spike last night on some Kudlow comments, basically saying that trade deals are going well. So imagine that. So we got a pretty big spike off of that yesterday. Right now, we're contending with this. So here's the trend line. We can even go. We can even make it a little bit more from yesterday. And go right down here. Okay, so we get this trend line here, up to the highs. Ooh. Right there, that's not going to work. Let's use this one. There. Okay. So what that does is it gives us our minor pivot right here. Any of you have seen the 3-minute trend line video? Is normally, to illustrate it, I put a box over here and here, right? So right now we haven't had a major push below that yet. So we're actually forming another minor pivot right here. So what that does is that affects the box. Okay, so what we need to see is some bearish push below these levels right here. So if it does that, then we have some support here at basically at the 3100 level, and then next at the the 3097. So we'll see how a couple of these levels hold. The next real support is at that 3093-ish area. So we'll see how that holds going into the open. Of course, if it gets to the cloud, we might see another push up to these resistance levels and from that 311150 from last night. So we'll see how that goes. So today, going into today, we have NVIDIA had earnings last night. Okay, and as NVIDIA often likes to do after earnings, likes to chop around. So it's not the worst one to consider for iron condors, but I definitely don't encourage iron condors. But it's a sell premium sort of earnings trade, and it's kind of cool how it expires on Friday. So it makes the trade actually pretty straightforward. But anyway, that being said, it seems to be recovering a little bit of ground from last night's push down. So we'll see how it opens in a little bit. Other than that, we have AMAT from last night. Applied Materials. That had a nice move and is gapping up well this morning. QCOM had an upgrade today. So I know a lot of folks have been watching this one, but yeah, that upgrade is helping QCOM. Apple, which had a downgrade yesterday, had an upgrade today. So just up and down, up and down. So let's see if we can get over yesterday's highs. Otherwise, they may try to push it back down today. JD. Earnings this morning, and so that's gapping up on earnings here, so a nice little spike there. And Grub with an upgrade after its massive move down. Let's take a look at it on the daily chart here. You can see what happened. Right after its last earnings, really got clobbered, right? And has been slowly working its way up. Right, one of the things we like to look at, of course, is our trend lines here, so you can kind of get to the lows right there. It makes it a little bit tricky when it's right next to it, but ultimately it needs to close above this gap down high and get into the gap window. If it can do that, it might get kind of interesting. So nice gap up this morning on that. Basically, analyst says that it is it's got beat up too much, and it could be a good candidate for a buyout from a company like Uber. So very interesting stuff. So anyway, that's the excitement for this morning so far. I expect it to be another interesting Friday. Probably some tweets coming out, and who knows? We'll see. But looking forward to it. And I hope you guys have a great trading day today. And remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you soon.